Allow me to introduce Adrienne Cisneros-Seligman, who is the Community Liaison for County Supervisor Jim Desmond's office. And Adrienne is here today at Valley Center Fire Station 1 to learn more about the Migrant Outreach program that we're working on to help us in a partnership with the county to produce this program to help improve the safety of the population of agricultural workers that we have in Valley Center.
It was a little sad for me to see, the conditions that they live in, but most importantly, that they don't have the smoke detectors or the monoxide detectors in their homes, and they're very vulnerable. If there was a fire,
yes,
or the monoxide, it's a silent killer. Kudos to you and your team for putting this fabulous program, from what I saw so far, together. You really encompassed a lot of aspects and a lot of, stakeholders involved in it, which I was very impressed with. But mostly, Supervisor Desmond's, one of his major 3 things that's always on the top is safety. Safety
yes,
for everybody, whether it's a pandemic or a fire, which you came up with is definitely the backbone to preventing fires, is informing those who don't even realize what's in their home or not in their home that can help prevent a fire. These are people that live in our community, and I think trying to keep them safe is a fabulous thing that you're doing. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, thank you.
The supervisor does too.
That's awesome. And we've worked with you and with the supervisor's office many times. The supervisor's a great friend of the fire department, and that's again one of the reasons why we're even having this discussion, is because we felt like, hey, this is something that really would resonate with you, would resonate with Supervisor Desmond, and
the whole county.
And the whole county, and really could help us, serve and protect a part of the community that doesn't traditionally get any attention. Conditions that they live in, particularly for us, the remoteness of their locations, and the communications barriers that would prevent us, if there was a wildland fire, for example, an evacuation order went out, how would they know? How would they find out? How would we even go down there? We probably wouldn't, and without more knowledge of where. You saw the condition of the road. It's not something that a fire truck is necessarily going to be able to go down, certainly not at any kind of speed. First of all, building the trust of that community is, I think, critical. If we start with smoke detectors, and we start with some other sort of public outreach things about carbon monoxide detectors and open fires and electrical safety. Electrical safety is another big issue there, because a lot of times none of that electrical that they're using is permitted. They are just plugged into a power line from a well nearby, and extension cords run hundreds of feet across the ground, and then building up into using the tools that already exist in the county, like the San Diego County Emergency app, for example, that already pushes information out in Spanish. All we have to do is teach them how to put that on their phone. And really, maybe all we have to do is teach the kids how to put it on their phone, because then the kids would communicate with the parents. Injuries and deaths with wildland fires predominantly occur in the first 24 hours. To muster all the statewide resources, and CAL FIRE engines will be coming from Northern California and from other states. It doesn't take long to have 1,500 firefighters and 500 engines. It takes more than that first 24 hours.
Right.
And so one of the rules of thumb of wildland fire is, those first few hours, you're kind of on your own. And it behooves us in the public safety to get the information out, to tell people what's coming, where to go, and how to get there. Our catchphrase is going to be preparte.
Preparte, and that obviously means prepared.
Prepare,
or being prepared.
Be prepared.
Being prepared.
Yeah. One word that means something that's a catching. Yeah, exactly.
Well, from what I've seen so far, and I know this is just the beginning, you have done an outstanding job.
Oh, thank you.
In putting a migrant preparte program together. I think we're going to get some legs on it so we can start rolling.
I believe that this kind of a program will be very valuable for any rural community, backcountry that has any significant agricultural base, because I don't think it's necessarily even migrant workers. I think it's just farm workers in general, and these are the kind of situations that they find themselves in throughout the county and throughout the kind of the western United States, really.